I want to talk tech and AI. I want to welcome Alan Patricof, co-founder and chairman of Primetime Partners, to the table. Good morning to you, one of the great veteran venture capitalists in the world. We're all trying to figure out what to make of AI and where the investment opportunities really are, or maybe really aren't. What do you think?
Well, you know, I've been through these cycles so many times, and I'm in the camp that says, you know, be cautious. I mean, I've seen these run-ups. Everybody gets excited. Valuations get driven up, particularly in the private market, when there's no basis for actually determining what something is worth. And so a lot of people are going to make money, but there are going to be a lot of unhappy
we were talking
faces.
to Steve Cohen about this earlier this week, this idea of sort of, are we in an AI bubble? And
he doesn't think so.
He doesn't think so.
Yeah.
But then I said to him, you know, are we in 1996? I'm curious, if you were to try to put a date on where this is comparable to some time in history when there's been a major inflection point in technology, is this that?
I think this is the most significant inflection point. And, you know, Andrew, I've been through every one of them. The PC revolution, the cell phone revolution, the internet revolution. Nothing is comparable to this because it affects every aspect of business. I mean, even our area, which, you know, I'm selfish in telling you, you know, I focus on now investing in anything, products, services, technologies, experiences for older people. And when AI became so hot last year, particularly, I said, you know, where's it going to affect our audience? Because, you know, I couldn't see it right away, but already I can see it. I mean, I can tell you 4 or 5 companies that we're in that I wouldn't have thought had, you know, this had any implication. Well, I'll give you one. We have a company called SafeRide, which does what they call NEMT, non-emergency transportation.
Okay.
They are picking up people. It sounds like Uber or Lyft, which, by the way, always tells you 1 minute and there's 7 minutes. They can't afford it, so they have to be exactly on time, deliver you to a doctor or a hospital on time. Not an ambulance. They're not ambulances, and pick you up exactly right. And they have a 99% reliability. How do they do it? With very sophisticated internal technology.
Let me ask you this. When you think about making an investment in AI today, there's these large language models. There's really, call it 3 or 4 large language models. And the thing that I can't figure out is, over time, as they get better, it seems to me that there's a likelihood that a lot of the stuff they can do will usurp some of the apps and other kinds of software that's being developed to sort of serve them. Meaning that as the large language models get better, they may actually be able to do what everybody else is trying to build, which would then sort of upend the entire thing. There's no moat to any of these businesses.
Well, that's the last
your business, the business you just mentioned, seems like it would likely have a moat. There's a physical component to it.
Yeah, well, AI is going to have its biggest, in my opinion, place I would be putting my bets if I were investing specifically in AI is AI where its applications in particular industries, not necessarily the platforms. I mean, Chat GPT, it's obviously taken over the world, including me and probably both of you. But I worry about how many more. I mean, of course, they've got share of mind at the moment, but this is ubiquitous across everything. I'd be more interested as a long-term investor in how an AI application that affects the medical industry or
how it makes it more productive. I mean, we were just having this conversation about productivity. Do you think we're on the verge of a supercharged productivity?
Absolutely dramatic. It's going to be overwhelming. I mean, I see it. I say it in all the areas. I mean, we have another company, Sheer Health. But I'm promoted, but I'm telling you what they're doing. I would never have thought of it. We all get our medical bills, and we never know what we got and why we got it and why we have co-pays. They've developed AI, using AI, being able to take your medical bills and actually finding out where you got the right charge, where you didn't, and recover.
Can they tell you before you get services done? Because you usually find out 6 months after that.
Well, if you know what they're going to charge you, yes, they absolutely should, because if they know what services you're going to get, they should be able to tell you what the appropriate is for whatever coverage you've got. I mean, there's where the applications are, and using AI is going to accelerate things. I mean, you know, get answers so much faster, and it's going to put a lot of people out of work, but it'll employ new people.
I got a different one for you. I want to talk about retirement, though you are hardly retiring. You're 89 years old.
I'll be 90 this year.
90.
My kids are trying to figure out how to celebrate.
Just got married again,
Just
by the
got
way.
married
So
again.
remarkable. So you are not in the retirement. You're never going to retire, but there's going to be a lot of people who are going to have to retire at some point in life.
And you read my book.
Yes.
I'm going to live to 114.
I know.
Remember?
That's why. But I'm curious if you think the private markets. That, Larry Fink just wrote this whole thing about retirement and the problems of the system.
It is.
And the question is whether the private markets or the public markets or some kind of new system has to be developed. And I'm curious where you land on that.
New system for older people?
Yeah. I mean, to make...
A new system for building up retirement funds to make sure...
Oh, yeah. Listen, the first message everyone, invest as much as you can in your 401k. That's the first message that goes to anyone, whether 18 or maybe too late if you're 65. But the population of working people, for example, now, there are like, I think it's 55 million people over the age of 65 are still working, and they're going to be 80 million people in the next 20 years that are going to be over age 65. So the workforce has to be different.
Right.
At the same time, companies have to plan more because there's so many people in the workforce. What should happen to those people after they do want to retire? Should you try to keep them? Should you try to find something for them to do? Should you be helpful to them? Should you have systems installed that prepare them for retirement? I mean, it's a big thing. I think you'll be amused. I spoke at a conference last week called Upfront out in California, and the title of the section I spoke on with two other veteran venture capitalists is "Why the F are we still doing this?"
Right.
I mean, people
So what's
are
the answer?
working. Well, you love the business, and I love startups and young companies, and I love this particular area because, everyone's fought they fought feminism, they fought racism. Now we have to fight ageism because there are going to be a lot more people who are living longer and who are going to be active, and we've got to think about older people in a more constructive manner, and we've got to find things. We have to find things, but people are going to develop things for them to do and keep them busy.
You can't sit around for 30
and how to take care of the ones that get sick.
Right.
There are 55 million people, according to the government, who are non-paid caregivers for someone in their family.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any of those problems, but almost everybody has someone, and there are people who have to give up their work or cut their job, their time at the office in order to take the government. It was by the State of the Union message, we got to do more about caregiving. So these are all great areas.